Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back, my friends. It's BjjBrick Quick Podcast. My name is Byron, and this is the Quick Jiu-Jitsu Podcast. If you couldn't tell by the name, I'll just explain it one more time. Guys, today we're talking about having gratitude on the mat. Last episode, I talked about giving compliments on the mat. I think this is in a similar category. Think about your life. Think about your parents, their life. Go back another generation, grandparents. Maybe one more. People didn't do things like jiu-jitsu. I'm not saying they didn't do jiu-jitsu. I'm saying they didn't do things like jiu-jitsu. If you have to go back 4, 5, or 10 generations or whatever, you kind of lose it to the history. But your ancestors worked hard, tried to make ends meet most of the time, and then did that again, and ate, and worked, and ate, over and over again, scraping by. And some of us are in that mode. And maybe you're taking, a year off of grappling because, man, you're just not able to pay the bills and you got to work. But if you're able to do jiu-jitsu, man, that's awesome. We get to do this for fun. We're in a position in our lives where I get to go choke people and hang out with my friends, who are the same people I'm choking, and work out. People back at, several generations back didn't work out because they worked super hard. Working out, what do you mean? Lifting these weights and putting the weights down. I got bales of hay to lift and move and do these things. I don't need to do that. We live in a great time, guys. You get on the mats, somebody with 5 or 10 years of experience teaches you something that took them years to develop and perfect and to craft. They just share that within seconds. Isn't that nice? You don't have to make up how to do this. Although they're able to tap you with it, they'll teach it to you. That's generous. People are very generous in jiu-jitsu. It's our culture. I like that about jiu-jitsu. People are very helpful. Many times, and I haven't competed for a long time, but I would be able to ask an opponent, what they did or what they were trying to do, and behind the scenes on the warm-up mats, they would show me. Man, tremendous gratitude and a big thank you. Rather than having to go back and try to figure it out with my coaches, I get it straight from the source. People trust you in jiu-jitsu. This is a big thing. If you're trying to submit me, in reality, if I don't trust you, I shouldn't even be on the mat with you. You're going to seriously hurt me. I'm going to need to go get surgery. My body can be damaged permanently. Having that trust in your training partners, people trusting their opponents to when you tap, you are respected and released. People you don't even know. People you're fighting super hard. Now, of course, don't extend so much trust to somebody you don't know. I consider the Kimura to be a fairly dangerous technique that does injure shoulders quite a bit. I would tap sooner on a Kimura with somebody I didn't know than somebody that I trust a lot. But still, I trust the fact that they don't want to injure my shoulder. People are trusting you. Otherwise, no one would get on the mat with you. No one would let you get to a vulnerable position just because. You would have to fight tooth and nail to get every chance to attack somebody. They trust you. They trust that you will, if caught, release when they tap. Even when they don't tap. We got a couple people at my gym who have flexible elbows, and you start to armbar them and their arm goes straight, and you slow things down, and you ask, are you doing all right? Yeah, I'm great. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to keep their trust. I want my teammates to be healthy. Consequently, I don't armbar people with flexible arms. It's too much for me. I'll do something else. Guys, what are you grateful for on the mats? It's important to have gratitude not just during Thanksgiving, but all the time. This is an amazing time to be alive. We're training. We're at the point in our lives that jiu-jitsu is good because it gives us a challenge. Because sometimes in life, our normal life isn't bringing that. And sometimes it will bring it back, obviously. We're going to have major challenges in our lifetimes. But day to day, jiu-jitsu is the most challenging thing I typically do. And I know I got harder things coming up. We all do. But I have gratitude for the challenge of jiu-jitsu as well. I'd like to hear your gratitude for the mat, what you enjoy. I'm sure I could have made a more comprehensive list. I did these podcasts pretty quick. If you have a topic you want me to cover, send it to BjjBrick@gmail.com. If you have any comments about the show, love to hear them. Till next time, be grateful and stay sweaty, my friends.